All right. When we last left off, you had all made your way back from the farmland where you witness many different horrifying and unsettling and curious things. And now that you have found the cause of what was upsetting the animals and have made it back to town with your lives and a bit of an understanding and yet more questions than answers. People are curious and are asking around, but perhaps you guys don't have any answers to give because there's not much that you do understand, so you are left to your own devices to try and piece together what knowledge you do have to try and figure out and understand amongst yourselves and whatever sort of connections you want to try and do. Some of you have contacted Mammalia or the doctor or even Professor Layman, and tried to get some sort of information, but it seems as though that they're all not experts in the fields that you're specifically looking for. But unfortunately, you are unable to get word to Baskerville in order to try and contact some professionals, as it seems that the mayor has put a toll on using the public phone box. Whether or not you want to approach him about this and ask about the situation, or contact his wife, Miss Mammalia has offered that she can put in a word for you, but only if you can go deal with her neighbor, Mrs. Migguns, who seems to be having an issue with another neighbor whose house seems to be vacant, and yet there should be someone inside, though there has been no sign of them for some time, and there's smells coming from the estate as well as some noises during the nighttime. But whether you guys choose to investigate that is up to you or continue your own investigation. Um, the floor is yours. It is the next day. It's still sort of early morning. The fog is much thicker, and you can only see, about half a block in front of you before the fog just sort of encapsulates this big, dense wall in front of you. You can see the tiniest specks of lights in the distance as the street lamps are still lit so that people can navigate fairly easily following the line of lights. But it is morning, almost midday. What would you guys like to do? All right.
Hmm. Uh, well, I mean, it's Gus's job to keep the peace, so I guess I should probably go check up on Miss Miggins.
Okay.
And I will follow him. I make it very apparent that I'm following him. Hello. Anyway,
Roll stealth with disadvantage.
I'm not. I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'm
Okay.
very intentionally. I'm like, hey there, how's it going? And then just follow him. Just no asking if I can. I'm just there now.
Okay.
You offering assistance?
Probably.
Ugh, this town needs as much help as it can get. Fine, come along.
All right. Who are you?
I'm Father
Oh
Gus.
my.
I am the proctor of this place.
I see.
Specifically director, but
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And
My
your
name starts with a K, and I. He stares off nearly into the sun. Keston! Keston! He snaps back directly to look at you. Keston. My name is Keston for now. Might change later. Who knows? Keston.
Are you all right in the head, son?
No.
I like the honesty. You know what? Yeah. Well, I suppose I can't chase you off then now, can I?
Probably not.
All right. All right, and
Keston has
I
been
turn.
added to your party.
I turn and head towards Miss Migguns' place.
Okay.
Friend would go with.
You can see that she is
Alright.
very clumsily trimming her hedges and making a bit of a mess of it. Just kind of leaving the limbs to kind of go out onto the street. And actually, as she sees you come up, she's kind of turns around, like kicks them a little bit out of her way, out onto the sidewalk. As she says, "Oh well, it's about time someone showed up."
Seems like you don't really like those twigs too much either.
That's why I'm ridding myself of them. Tell me,
Alright, well, I
Director,
heard.
are you
Hmm.
a man of twigs?
I work with them consistently
Well,
because I used to take up carpentry.
so you would know a few things about property lines then, such as this. And she like grabs your the wrist of your jacket and kind of like pulls you over. She can't actually do it, but she like pulls you in a direction. And she points out that there is a tree with a limb that is like leaning over onto her land, or like her side of the property. She's like, this is a infraction of the local bylaws, and I want to see to it that it's taken care of.
So I take it you don't want that branch hanging over your yard?
Yes, it's an eyesore.
All right. Who
I think it
owns?
looks quite
Who's the
nice.
owner of the? Whose property is that other that tree on? I'll have to talk with them as well then.
Let's see. I had this. This is a specific name, so I want to make sure that I actually like say the correct thing. Give me just
Gotcha.
a moment, sorry. Wait, do I have it written down here? Let me check real quick. I'm not finding it. It's not Henry Kavanaugh. That's across the street, and that's the person that got called away to the lighthouse. And so Mrs. Kavanaugh is the one that's pregnant. Actually, well, we'll get to that because you guys probably wouldn't have heard about that yet. Let's see. Mr. Parker. That's who it is. Okay. So basically, how it goes is down the street is Mamelia, Migguns, and then Parker. So Mrs. Migguns is in between Mamelia and Mr. Parker.
I see.
So Mamelia was the one that told you about Miss Migguns complaining about Mr. Parker's residence being unattended for a while, and has only been adamant about vocalizing it when you left town.
Oh wait, sorry. I only processed like half of that. Could you run that by me one more time?
So Mrs. Migguns is one of those people that is very, I don't want to say Karen-esque, but she's nosy. She notices things. She is very, you know, adequate with like keeping an eye on things. She's, you know, knowledgeable. She keeps mental track of things. She notices things. Um, she's not very vocal about it, at least not publicly, but she does complain to people. She does snag people. She, you know, she's passive aggressive in a manner of speaking.
Gotcha.
So she wasn't going to say anything, but she does tell everybody. She doesn't go out in the public square and make an announcement or like report anything, you know. But she does, you know, she bitches a little bit. She complains.
Hmm.
So she's only been vocalizing her concerns when you left town, because
I
she
see.
because you are the peacekeeper, she as soon as you left, she's like, and you know what they're not doing? They're not doing any of this stuff and messing with it. This Mr. Parker has been having his tree growing over my property line for months now, and he hasn't done anything about it. She's complaining about it now, basically,
I see.
even though she could have done something about it months ago.
She's an
I
HOA
see.
troll without a HOA to report to.
They have their own private club called the Neighborhood Observation Bureau, but they're not officially recognized. It's just like a group of 5 people that, you know, have, you know, book parties basically. They have
I
tea and
see.
they bitch about things with each other. um she's like, so are you going to do something about this?
Well, I'll try to see how I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to the neighbors about it, let them know that I'm going to be working on that tree, and I'll take care of it.
Okay. You know what? I'll say adjacent to Parker is Mrs. Migguns, and then the Kavanaugh residence. And you know
Hmm.
the Kavanaughs. Henry Kavanaugh got called. He was the one that usually lights and puts out and takes care of all the lighting for the streets. But in his absence, he's had Father Timothy do the lights for him. Because Henry
Gotcha.
Kavanaugh got pulled away to the lighthouse out on the coast because they just need someone to man it, and the previous person that was manning it has disappeared mysteriously. So he asked
Hmm.
you to look after his wife, who was pregnant. So like he should be here. Like it's very unusual that he got pulled away, especially because his wife is pregnant. But I mean, what can he do? So
I see.
so you would know the Kavanaughs personally, I would say. Whether or not you want to make some sort of, you know, friendship, like you can decide what your history is with them, but you would know of them specifically.
Okay. But these aren't the people that have the tree in their yard, right?
No, that you said that you were going to talk to Mr. Parker's neighbors. That would be Mrs. Miggins and the Kavanaughs. They're the people that are adjacent to the Parker. So Mr.
Oh,
Parker is
I thought Parker was the one that had. I was talking about. I was speaking to Miss Miggins, saying I was going to talk to Parker
yes.
about the tree.
Okay. My mistake. I thought you said I'll talk to the neighbors of Mr. Parker. That's what I thought you meant. No,
Gotcha.
you're going to go talk to Mr. Parker. Understood.
Yes.
Okay. Um have you seen the movie Monster House?
Yes.
That's what Mr. Parker's house looks like.
See.
It looks decrepit. It looks partially abandoned. If anybody wants to make some sort of like history check or whatnot to see if they know Mr. Parker and his dealings and whatnot, I will say that for the most part you don't really see him, and if you do, it's maybe him like sitting on his front porch or like staring out through his front window. You don't really know what he does or anything. You just assume that he's like retired or whatnot. But he just is quiet, keeps to himself, and uh, yeah. If anybody wants to roll any skill checks to see if they know anything any further.
I didn't get
Can I
anything,
roll a cult?
unfortunately.
You may roll a cult. I am going to need a hard success.
Let's see. Yeah, I got a hard success. Jesus fuck, I am on fire today. I got a 12.
I'm going to say that perhaps it was Mr. Parker that first gave you a place to stay when you moved into town. And he was just kind of this grumbly, kind of tired individual that never spoke any clear words and always grumbled and mumbled. Was relatively, hospitable, but kind of kicked you out eventually when you were able to get a residence, but seemed kind of sad to see you go. You have also noticed that he maybe showed you a couple places where you can get some crafting materials for things. Nothing too suspicious, but like something of note. To be like, he knows where the good mushrooms are or something like that.
Gotcha.
Sorry, no, not those kinds of mushrooms. I meant like
No, I'd assumed. I know what you mean. It's okay.
like he has a specific part in his backyard where he has like a bunch of like leaves piled up because he knows that they like molds and like stuff grows back there, and like his place looks abandoned and decrepit, but you understand that a little bit of it is for a reason. That's what you would know. Hey, Corin.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Could you give me a skill check? Maybe a spot hidden or an education or
All
just
right.
something. I'd even allow a cult.
I'm gonna say, to start with, I guess, spot hidden, because I don't know what's going on. It's a regular success.
There's something weird about the tree. There's something very specific about the shape of the tree and like the angle of its limbs. And maybe, from a distance, it looks like a random tree that's just kind of grown up and it's old and it's like it's lost its leaves, it's probably dying. And yet it looks tailored. It looks like it was trimmed, like it's put into this shape specifically. That's interesting. That's of note. Do you point that out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also would like to see if I recognize the shape or anything.
All right.
Suppose
Yeah.
an occult
Give me
attempt?
another skill check.
Why do I have that in my clipboard? No. Dice roll. There we go. Regular success.
For a cult?
Yes.
So it definitely looks like this tree, as you like get up closer to it and kind of look up through the branches, it does look like when the branches overlap, they do look like symbols, like runes. Like you think that there's very something special about the way that this tree has been tended to, that you think that this tree might be like a totem or something. Mrs. Migguns is like, so you've seen about climbing up that thing and cutting it down? I mean, it's just an eyesore. It's in the way. We need to get rid of it. It's causing a mess. It's going into my property and making a mess of things. She kicks more leaves out into the sidewalk. Because Mrs. Migguns, above all else, is a hypocrite.
grand.
Piano.
As most people are, yeah.
We'll see what we can do and what the situation is, ma'am.
Well, see to it that you do. Because just hop to it. And she goes back to clipping things. And is just kind of like watching you. Like she's not even watching what she's clipping. She's like staring at you guys as she's like very aimlessly trimming her hedges. She's doing a bad job. She'll like get her shears stuck on like a really thick branch and she's like just kind of like trying to force it, and it's just damaging the blades. Like it's very upsetting to watch her do yard maintenance because she's not good at it.
Would anyone else have seen runes before? I don't think Father Gus has, other than maybe in the church.
I have. There were some over. What's her name? Freaking Mamelia. There we go. There were some over
yes,
Mamelia's
there was in
place.
Mamelia's place. Then I'm gonna go. Hey, Father, look at those branches. Remind you of something right now. It sure does remind me of something
does seem
from
like there's
Amelia's
a pattern.
shop.
Do you think that's intentional?
Only one way to find out.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and see about knocking on Mr.
Parker.
Parker's door.
His first name is Parker. His last name is Peter. No, I'm just kidding. You knock on the door. Give me a luck roll.
Okay. Oh.
Is that a good or a bad?
Yeah, no, that's not a success.
Ah, good. You land a couple knocks on the door, and then the door creaks and swings open. Like you get like 2 solid pounds on it, and then it just kind of like swings open.
Mr. Parker?
There is no response. I will say that the first thing that you do notice is that, like, as you maybe lean in, the air does feel stagnant in here, and you can actually see like dust on the ground that as you like step in, it just kind of like plumes up into clouds everywhere you step. You look around the interior of this building, and it looks relatively standard, maybe a little bit lackluster, a bit older century. A lot of this furniture, isn't quite up to snuff. You think that if you were to, maybe move it, it might, creak or fall over. It probably looks like it's positioned just right, that if you messed with it too much, it might fall over or something. A lot of it is kind of ramshackle and stuck together. You probably wouldn't want to stand on any of the chairs, you being a larger man. Not that it looks relatively unstable, but you wouldn't trust it with your size and your weight. Generally, looking around the interior of this building, it looks fairly, sturdy. With your, expertise, you would say that this building doesn't look like it's gonna fall apart or anything. But it definitely looks like there hasn't been a lot of activity lately. There's no sign of like mold or any dry rot necessarily. It just kind of looks like it hasn't been attended to. There's like dust and there's like peeling paint, and you can see like worn spots on the stairwell where it was, there's been a lot of, specific wear, but not a whole lot of love in this house. Do you know anything about Mr. Parker? You rolled a no, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
my luck roll did not.
Oh, you rolled
Nor
luck
my,
to see if you know Mr.
nor
Parker?
my knowledge. My knowledge was a 51,
Gotcha.
and it's not very good.
I would let you roll luck rolls to see if you knew somebody, if you wanted to do that.
Okay. I mean, they're the same.
Yeah,
My
history or
no
luck
and
or
my
something.
my no and my luck are the same. So
Just because I know that your, intelligence isn't that great, I don't want to like punish you. So I would allow a luck roll to see if you knew somebody.
I feel like intelligence is mostly like immediate,
Right,
like
right.
quick thinking, but education
This is
is like
experience.
wisdom. Yeah,
Exactly.
experience. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's a success.
Okay. So yeah, you probably known Mr. Parker for a while. Maybe the first time that you moved into town, he also gave you a place to stay. Maybe he was one of the first people to teach you about woodworking. And he kind of, you saw him like tending to this house and like keeping it together, and maybe he helped you, learn some of your first skills, if not you fully becoming his apprentice. Because one of his early jobs was actually doing the kind of handyman woodworking stuff. But he was getting too old for it, and he's retired now. And so he just sort of spends most of his days just kind of waiting for his time to be over. You would know that he's about in his 60s. So this is a much older gentleman, pretty old for this time period as well. You think that he might have seen like a war or something. You're not sure exactly, but he seems like that kind of gentleman. Like there's something about him that's just a little off. That's what I'll kind of give you. Yeah, you knew him like several years ago. Like how long is it have you been in this town? Like 10, 20 years?
Probably something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, this guy just normally keeps to himself. So,
Well, I know that he's a hermit, but it ain't like him to not answer, I suppose.
it's also not like him to not keep with the upkeep of his stuff.
Pickcorn or Mr. Sinclair.
Yeah.
We might need to run a bit of investigation. Looks like he's been missing.
Looks like he's been gone almost. Has anyone seen him?
I have, somewhat recently.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Keston,
He
roll a
helped me
luck
when I
check.
moved into town.
Roll a luck check.
Let's
Well,
see
no,
if you
you said
have
that
seen him recently.
Well, no, you said that he helped me when I first moved in, and it was established that I moved in the duration of time when they weren't here, which is approximately 2 or 3 days. So I must have seen him recently.
My mistake. I thought you had been here for like a week or so. That's right. I forgot that
No.
you came in just yesterday.
I just barely got here.
My mistake then. My mistake.
Yeah.
Then you would know nothing about this man. I'm sorry.
No.
So Mr. Parker has been gone since before you arrived into town then.
Never mind.
My apologies.
Universe. No, that said in character. Never mind. I think the universe just rebuked me.
No, what is it, Keston? What do you have to tell us? God said no.
Look, the big bird in the sky that's staring down at us told me I can't tell you. So leave me alone and shut up. Lest you make him mad, for we are all worms in his vision.
God just retconned my memory. All right.
Excuse me, sorry. The large bird in the sky retconned my memory.
Does
These things
anyone
don't
know
matter.
anything about Mr. Parker? Yes, Keston. I don't know anything. All right, continue, guys. I'm sorry.
I know nothing.
Gus, you have all that information that I told Keston.
All right.
You know he's got mushrooms in the back that he takes care of.
Sure.
Do we want to check and see if he maybe fell? I mean, how old is he? I know he's an old man around
He was
town.
he was well into his 60s.
Oh, you think maybe?
It's likely.
Well, we should go find him before he, for the family, you know. Did he have
Yeah,
family?
I'd have to be really careful about where I step in this place. It looks like it would crack if I were to step at the wrong spot.
Gus, give me a woodworking skill check.
All right. That's a success.
Okay. What I will tell you is that you think that some of the construction is not necessarily up to code. So in this age where it with how old it is, you do think that it is a little suspect, a little scary. Not that, Mr. Parker didn't know what he was doing, but it's been so long that, he hasn't necessarily kept up with it in his old age. And not all of it's necessarily, done true. So I will even say that if you want to spend an egg point, that you can walk through this place without stepping on anything. With a success, if you want to spend an egg point to make it a hard success, I'll say that you are confident that you will not step on anything too loose or, damaged.
Is it liable to break under a regular person's weight, or is this just because he's a large lad?
It's a little bit of both. So
Okay.
you guys think that walking through here, you're gonna be fine. There might be the occasional loose board. That's not necessarily meaning like you're gonna plummet into the basement, but like, it's of note to like be watching where you're stepping. So if you guys want to be making spot hidden rolls whenever you go into a room, that's fine. But you guys don't have to. Let's just say that if this was D&D, this would be like you entering a dungeon. So maybe checking for traps might be something that you start doing more regularly.
Home Alone, oh boy.
But yeah, what would you guys like to do? Ruby. You still have the your camera on you, right?
Yeah. She
Do you still have the plate that has the ghost light?
Yeah, she didn't go back to her house, so
Okay.
yeah.
I'll just say that it almost seems to start like pulsating, like it's very minute, but you can see that it's kind of like glowing, like brighter and darker, ever so slightly, as you get close to the house.
Well, to do before it but go in and check, I guess. And I guess I'd like to attempt to carefully go in and see if this man is dead.
Okay. And you're just walking in?
I'm doing a spot hidden to see if there's any like boy gonna fall through the floor spots.
Okay.
I got a
Um,
5, so that's an extreme.
yes. I will let you know of the three major areas that you see on the base level. There is immediately, as you come in, a staircase that goes straight up into the house. Again, this is kind of, I'm not going to say designed like the Home Alone house, but if you've seen that movie, you can kind of visualize that. That's sort of what this house looks like. You can see under the entryway, in between the doorway and the stairs directly in front of you, there is a carpet. And you notice one of the corners is sinking into the floor a little bit. And I think if you pull back the carpet, you can see that there is some sort of like rot underneath there. That maybe the carpet is a bit moldy, hold that moisture that was flowing underneath the door, and has rotted away the floorboards. So you successfully disarm that trap and point it out to everyone so that they can get around it safely. You also notice in the living room, it looks like the piano that is tucked in the corner is weighing down and sinking into the floor a little bit. That if you think you were to go over there and to mess with any of the furniture or add too much weight, that the piano might fall through the floor, causing, another floor collapse and whatnot. And then over in the kitchen area, you can also see that there looks to be some sort of corrosion underneath the cabinets, specifically near the sink, where it looks like one of the windows has actually blown open, and there's some rots that has fallen into the floor there as well. So now that you have pointed out those areas of interest, people can be aware if they try to investigate those areas specifically. But if you want to go investigate the sink or the piano, you'll have to make some sort of like skill check to get over there, basically.
All right.
But yes, the space is open. Um, So immediately to your left, there is a small reading corner. To your right is the living room, and you can see the piano in the corner. Going back to the back left of the building is the kitchen, where there is just sort of like a table without any chairs set up in between the reading corner and the kitchen. You're not sure where the chairs are, but it does look like some of them were taken into the living room to the right. And then in the far back corner, you can see that there is kind of like another entrance kind of nook, with like a tile floor that's inset into the wood floor, next to two doors, one going into the back of the house and one going to the side of the house. So there's like two doors in the back right corner. And then there's a staircase in the middle of the building. Anyone have any
Alright.
questions?
Guess I'll start heading in and how
Okay.
sketchy does that staircase look?
The staircase? The staircase
Yeah.
looks fine. The staircase looks solid. It looks like it's a newer wood.
Okay. Then, unless other individuals have things they would like to start with,
You're just gonna go straight
okay,
upstairs?
I'm gonna go look upstairs to see if the man is dead in his bedroom.
It
Okay.
would be best for us to work our way up from top to bottom, I suppose.
Figure what, I
There's
might as well
another
make
set of
sure.
footsteps behind you. I'm still here.
I'd get, and then we go
All right.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yup.
Corin, how are you going upstairs?
I didn't notice anything about the stairs when I walked in, so I'm just gonna, you know,
Do you
walk
use
up
the
the
banister
stairs.
rail?
I guess so.
Okay. As you place your hand on the banister rail, you can feel that there is this kind of rough texture to it. Normally, this would be, smooth. Even without a sort of varnish, you would be able to tell, that the kind of natural wear that happens. And especially an older gentleman that would use this regularly would kind of wear it soft and smooth. You can feel this kind of like texture. Like if you've ever seen a fence outside, how it sort of like eventually gets this kind of nasty texture as like, detritus starts to stick to it or like grow on it. Um, and so you notice that as you're going up the stairs.
So it's like kind of mildewy, moldy.
Yeah, like you think that it like a significant amount of time has passed since someone's used the staircase.
All right.
That's just something you notice. I'll just sort of give you that with your good skill check earlier. Also, um, you know what? I'll just sort of describe the upstairs as you make your way up to it. There is kind of like a window seat immediately uh, in front of you as you make your way to the top of the stairs. It's not really like a balcony. It's just kind of like an outset from the building itself. And there's these two large plush chairs on either side that you think that this would be a wonderful reading nook as well. Um, you can kind of see. Actually, give me some sort of like psychology, like some sort of insight, kind of like trying to determine something about this space.
Yeah, I guess
If you don't mind.
that's. There's no way I'm making psychology. I tried. I got a 31.
All right, never mind then. You just notice that there are two chairs, and you don't notice anything about them immediately, at least.
Guess a
Um,
cool spot hidden.
sure.
Nope.
Okay. Anybody else that if there's anything that I've described at any point, you can say that I want to take a closer look, or like give me a skill check or whatever, or I'll offer something. Um, to the left is a kitchen, or not a kitchen, a bathroom that would be above the kitchen, and then to the back left near the basically the front left, sort of above the doorway that leads into the building. It looks like there is a sitting room that might have been like an office or something. And then on the right side, there seems to be two bedrooms that take up the entirety of the right side. Um, but all of the doors are both of the bedroom doors are closed. The bathroom door is wide open, and then the office door is partway closed. Also, I will say that the floor looks fine up here. You don't think that there's any traps or anything.
Hmm.
You guys would notice a bit more of a smell now that you are up here. Uh, you weren't really noticing it because you were looking around, but now that you take a moment, you can detect that there is some kind of weird smell, and you can't quite place it unless someone wants to give me a skill check of some kind.
What would a character's default smell identification score be?
You can give me just about anything. You give me a spot hidden, maybe an education, a nature, a medicine,
I
something.
want to take a shot at education.
3. Would chemistry potentially work?
Yeah, I'd take chemistry.
Fail.
Regular success.
What did you get for your roll, Ruby?
I failed.
Okay. Um, Corin, I'm gonna say that you've maybe seen a lot of. Actually, you know what? What is your experience with like dead bodies?
I imagine I reported on the murders going on. Not like on scene, most likely, but I was at least speaking to whatever passes for a police force about it.
Constable Cartwright, probably.
Yeah, Constable Cartwright. And during the search and rescue, maybe I encountered dead bodies.
Okay. Um,
There is the insanguated one that we found.
I'm gonna say that you've never smelled a smell like this, but you do kind of get that kind of like guttural, uh, unsettling feeling, like you would when you smell something that doesn't smell right, and you can't quite place it. But sometimes bodies rot in different ways, and that you've seen maybe some weird things like bloating or uh, you know different kinds of stuff, so you're not entirely sure, but there is something upsetting, but unfortunately you can't quite place it. But I mean, you all smell something. You're not sure what it is, but Corin, you think specifically that it might be some sort of decay.
We want to check the bedroom, son. I guess. I think you're right, Father. I think we were right, Father.
Here.
Smells like something's decaying in here. I guess I walk up and
Have we
open-
figured out where the? Can we pinpoint the direction the smell is coming from?
No, but it is stronger now that you've come upstairs.
Can I look for an attic hatch?
Give me a spot hidden.
Nope.
I will say that you're confident that there's no attic hatch out here in the hallway. Perhaps in one of the other rooms.
All right.
I guess
I
I
guess I'll go check.
Yeah, I guess we go to the first bedroom.
Okay. The first bedroom is locked.
Would it be reasonable to assume that I would bring stuff for? I have points in lockpick. Would it be reasonable to assume I might bring some with?
Do you
Just have
carry
that
lockpicking
tool?
stuff on you?
Like it's not.
This isn't a question that I can answer. This is a
Yeah.
you question. If you want to put it up to a luck roll, you can.
I think it's about.
You just got back into town. You probably got your normal stuff on you.
Yeah, if we were going out on a venture, I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna say 66% chance. I'm gonna do
Okay.
1d3. One or two, and I have it. Nope, I don't.
Okay. You do not have your lockpicking stuff on you, I guess. Go bother Mrs. Migguns for bobby pin. Yeah, go ask Mrs. Migguns to borrow her lockpicking kit. That seems like something she would have.
Excuse me, Mrs. Migguns. Could I have your lockpicking kit? Thanks. Yeah, she doesn't have one.
I assume you guys go to the second bedroom?
Yeah.
You go to the second bedroom, and the handle doesn't move. As in, it doesn't even rattle. It doesn't twist. It doesn't move at all. Leading you to believe that there's something that's happened to the other side of the lock. Or like the other side of the handle. Can I get everyone to make me a spot hidden roll?
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
What are with these single digit rolls?
Oh, hey, a success.
Let's see. Yeah,
that is
that fails.
Succeed.
Okay. Gus, as you are kind of glancing around looking for you know, an attic access, you're kind of thinking about the construction of the building and like the sports and where it would probably be. And then you hear a creak and you like wheel around and you notice that it came from like the first bedroom corner of the house. So you don't know if it is up in the attic, but it's like in that corner of the house. Actually, maybe it could be below you. You're not sure. Who's near the bedrooms?
I can be.
I'd assume that
I thought you were last, so I
everyone
thought
went
you were still near the stairs.
upstairs.
You know what? I'll give it to Corn and Ruby. I think you guys do notice that the smell seems to be emanating from the second bedroom where the handle doesn't seem to be working at all. And you also notice something else weird. Is that there seems to be like an airflow going underneath the door into the room. You think that maybe, that could be like maybe the window's open in there, but like something is sucking in air, which is interesting. But you do think that the smell is coming from that room.
Alright.
Well, does anybody have a pick?
Produces a guitar pick. I assume you don't mean this.
Guess I'm gonna go back downstairs and see if I can scratch around, find the key. I'll go look around, see if I can find it. There gotta be a key somewhere around here, unless he
Corin,
took it.
as you go back downstairs, you notice that the door is closed.
How far
Oh,
down
boy.
the stairs do I get before I notice it?
Maybe you get down like a third of the stairs.
I'm going to stealth attempts. Try and go back up the stairs stealthily. Fail and go to notify the party that we're not alone in here.
So I think he like, I'll go downstairs, tip, tip, tip. Thump, tap, tap, tap. Like, I think he like kind of stubs his toe as he like turns around to go back up the stairs or something.
Yup.
But you guys like still see him as he's like going down, turns around and comes back up.
Doors closed again. We left
This
it
is
open.
a kind of old house. It's possible it just closed on its own.
As you say that, Keston, you hear a small jingling sound coming from the backyard. Perhaps one of those wind chimes or something.
I didn't know he had a dog.
What?
I didn't know he had a dog.
I have no idea what that means.
I simply did not know that he had a canine companion.
What?
I said a wind chime. What does that have to do
I
with a
know.
dog? All right,
Nothing.
continue.
Go home, Keston. You're drunk.
No, I haven't touched alcohol since 87 o'clock.
Shut up.
So you went on a bender about 3 days ago.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Who are you?
Anyway,
I love Futurama.
Agreed. Giant bird in the sky.
Keston can canonically talk to God. Wait, so can Gus.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, Keston, you're not special.
No. Keston talks to God. God talks to Gus. All right, continue.
Just God talking to Gus. Can you get this guy to shut the fuck up, please?
He keeps harassing me. All right, what are you guys doing?
I look at them. Keston looks at them, looks towards the backyard and just says, "Well, I suppose it's my time. I'll be seeing you," and just starts walking straight downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to attempt to look out the reading nook because you said it was like not a balcony, but an
Yes, it's like a
Yes.
window seat kind of thing. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. You can see that Miss Migguns is in her front lawn. She has moved to like hanging out underneath of the tree limb, and she's attempting to reach up to it with her like shears, but she just can't reach it. And she's like kind of jumping up on her tiptoes, but isn't actually putting in too much effort. Do you want to give me a spot hidden check or something?
Yes. 1 second.
Four.
Very good. Could you give me a sanity roll? Because as you place your hand against the window, glancing around, you get the feeling like you're being watched, and you look everywhere. You look across the street, you peer as hard as you can into the fog, trying to see as far as you can, but there's no way that there could be anyone, there's no person like standing in the front yard looking up at you wearing a leather mask. There's, no dark figure off in the distance that you can't make out. Like, you would be able to see anybody nearby, and if there was anybody farther away, they would be unable to see you because of the dense fog and the reflection. And that's when you kind of step back for a second, and your hand is still pressed against the window, and you realize that the window is fogging up, and you maybe like move your head back, trying to make sense of the situation. Were you breathing heavy? And that's when you see that the fog is still getting thicker, even though you've moved back. And then you hold your breath, and you still hear breathing. And that's when you glance at your reflection, who's pressed up against the window, eyes wide, looking at you, panting. What did you get for your sanity? You're good. You'll lose
Okay.
1 point of sanity. And I think as you step back, you push against the window and it cracks a little bit, sending just enough of like a crack through it that it breaks the reflection. And you stumble backwards.
Okay.
Is this upstairs?
Yes.
You all right?
I swear one of these days these mirrors are gonna kill me.
Something
This
happened?
is, this is the second time my reflection been doing something freaky. You see that? Looked like I was up against glass pane. But I know I wasn't, 'cause I ain't.
Gus, as you look at the window, you see a single drop of water pour through the crack where Sinclair pushed his palm, as just a little bit of condensed water leaks through the crack and runs along the inside of the window down and just sort of plops on the ledge.
Well, from all the stuff that we've seen, I'm not gonna say I don't believe you. We'll tread carefully from here on out. Was anybody able to find a way to open the door? Because I really don't want to break anything.
I don't have my tools with me.
I like how no one has acknowledged the fact that Keston is fully just walking down the stairs and about to walk out the back door because he's like, strange noise, that's my time.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
It's a noble sacrifice.
Keston, you're just walking over to the backyard.
Yep.
As you step towards, you step down onto the little tiled corner before reaching for the back door. And as you open it, you can see that there's a screen door, and you have to futz with it a little bit because it's stuck. But you can see that there is hanging from kind of like a gazebo in the backyard. There does seem to be like a wind chime. And as it moves, you notice that there's no wind, but it is constantly chiming, just a little bit.
Interesting. I walk back upstairs.
Okay, so you don't open the screen door or go outside?
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, I don't hear wind. I don't hear nothing. I've gained enough information. I walk upstairs back to everyone, look at them, and just say, there's probably a ghost. I don't know.
Okay.
It's fucking with the wind chimes, though.
So Keston just walks back upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry. There was the possibility of an entity out there. I'm not immediate. I'm not just gonna actively try and kill my character.
Okay.
Now that the party is alerted and I've already had my fucking reflection try and get uppity with me, Corin is going to say, well, ain't nothing gonna happen if we stay standing up here, and start creeping down the stairs to start scratching around for the key.
Alright, are you stealthing down again? Or do you care?
He's gonna attempt to.
Alright.
We'll see how well that
Go
goes.
go for it.
Nope. Stumped his toe on the same exact step again.
Alright. Where are you looking for keys?
Guess I'd start in the half of the living room that's not like piano sketch.
Okay. Yeah, with safely avoiding the dangerous areas. Yeah, you give me like a spot and you go around, rummage through the furniture, open drawers and things and whatnot.
Regular success.
You do find no, you don't find any keys. But what you do find is in one of the drawers is something of interest that looks kind of like a scrapbook, and on top of it, it looks like there is a pocket knife, and you can see that the blade has been stabbed into the scrapbook. Or rather, that was a bad description. There is a blade sticking up out of the scrapbook, leading you to believe that the handle of the blade is in the pages somewhere. As in, like, imagine a book was open and you put a knife in it and then you close the book on the blade, basically.
Okay. This is probably really stupid, but I'm going to pick up the book.
Okay. It's kind of one of those sturdy bound tomes that, would have those blank pages. You've seen something like this before. You might even have something like this. And you can imagine that there's all sorts of memorabilia of like maybe some pictures, some drawings, some memoirs, some written things, maybe some, plants like flattened between the pages, that sort of thing. Do you open the book?
I'm a reporter. I'm curious to a fault. Yeah, I'm going to start with the page that has a knife in it, because I imagine I can tell which one that is.
Okay. You open it up to a page where it looks like there is this well kind of It's definitely painted, which is interesting because you normally don't get like a painting in a book. But it is like of a tree, and it's of like a middle-aged couple, and they're standing in front of a tree with their initials carved on it, and the knife is pierced through the painting, separating the initials and separating the couple. But that is on one page. On the other is a small little memoir that is written in cursive. So I will. It's like bad handwriting. So if you want to try and discern it, you'll need to give me some sort of skill check. Or if you want to give it to the translator, he might be able to do it.
And true, I do have very high translation stat, by which I mean max.
Something that I
effectively.
will say for you, Corin, is that there is
Yeah.
something strange about how it is written. Like you can see the shapes of the paragraph are in a way that it does look like the corners of it do have like these little filigree, and you can see some symbols hidden in there that you think that this memoir might be more than just some words. You think it might be like uh, some sort of pact, maybe, or something. Something.
Ah,
Yeah, something
I,
more
I,
than just some nice words written on a piece of paper.
I see.
can
Well,
I
that's not
attempt
good.
to understand it with occults?
Okay.
To continue my streak of reading questionable books in script I can't read right. Uh, Regular success.
So you can piece out some words in the terribly written cursive of like, you know, my love and stuff like that. So you think that this is one of the Parker's message to the other, cementing their relationship of like how they appreciate the other and something along those lines. But you can tell that there is a little bit more about it. You think that this is some sort of pact. This is some sort of agreement that they are bound together, and you realize with a bit of a start that you think that this is no longer in effect. You're not sure exactly what it means or what it says, but you get the essence that this is something that is null and void, basically, a kind of contract that's no good anymore.
Hmm.
I'd imagine I was at least somewhere in the area when Keston pulled his I just casually translated ancient Egyptologist spell of doom.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were in Professor Lehman's office when he did that, so you would know what to take to him. As you begin
Yeah.
walking over towards the stairs, you hear a creak, and then you pause, and then you hear something else. You hear breathing. What do you do? You want to run up the stairs?
Do I think that there is a piece of glass or reflective object within direct line of sight of me?
No. In fact, it sounds like the breathing is coming from lower.
Like, if I think it would be a basement then.
You
Very
glance
well.
down in the floorboards, and in between some of the darker cracks, you think you hear. Give me a
Hooray.
sanity roll.
Okay. Success.
That's a success?
Yes.
Okay.
I've
You
not
take
done much creature staring.
You take 1 point of sanity loss and decide to continue on your way. And as you briskly step back up the stairs, you do not notice the thing in the shadows below staring up at you.
Nice. Gonna
All right,
go
you take
up.
the book upstairs.
Yeah. First order of business.
First of all, didn't find any keys. Second of all,
First order of business.
Well, I think there's something breathing under the floor down there. There's definitely something going on down there. However, I also found this book. You pulled some magic earlier. Maybe you can read it. And I'm gonna hand it to our resident cultist.
Well, why didn't you just say so earlier? Grabs. All right, let me just.
you cut yourself a little bit on the knife because it's still stabbed through the book.
Rude. First off, Mr. Book. Second off, opens the book. All right, let's get to it.
And to be clear, this is just kind of like a small little switchblade. In fact, Gus, you would recognize it as Mr. Parker's little whittling knife. Yes, exactly.
Hawkins.
Yeah. Hi. Sorry.
We're just happy you're here.
Oh,
Nice
okay.
to see you, my man.
Likewise. Please continue. Act like I didn't show up.
But you're here now.
Oh my God, Hawkins! No way!
You've arrived to hear the party has found an old scrapbook with the old man's knife plunged into a painting of him and his wife.
And weird breathing sounds.
I will say, after looking, like, I will say, Keston takes a precursory look over this book,
Okay.
then just looks at the others and goes, I'm not in a library. How would I decipher this? We have nothing here. Like, sure, I could try and go off of my prerequisite knowledge, but that would not do anything for anyone, because I might just mistranslate off of false memories.
It's cursive. It's just hand scratch. It's
Oh, never mind. This is just English.
it's just gonna take your kind of eye, I think, to decipher this a little bit.
Okay, so just translation then, or
Yeah,
do I
I'd allow
appraisal
translation.
here? Okay, I mean appraisal and translation are both maxed, so I don't mind either way. But it's just I mean that is a success, just not a good one. Rolled an
Okay.
86.
With a normal success, you get the idea that this is written in a type of prose that has that kind of weird thing where it has the words repeating, or like in the middle of the sentence you do a new line. It's like written oddly that you can tell that is for a reason. You don't necessarily understand why or how, but you are cluing in a little bit that you think that this is some sort of like incantation kind of thing. But it's written in a sort of subscript about this is Mr. Parker making a promise to his wife, where he sort of dedicates himself and his love to her, and promises that as long as that tree still stands, it cements their connection, their relationship. And he ends it with, I will always be yours. You can take my very breath away.
So I have a good few clues as to the breathing.
Take an egg point. Because you did learn something.
And I have good news as to I'm pretty sure I know how to stop this, and it solves all of our problems.
Burn
We have to
the
cut
tree.
down the tree.
Burn
No, just
the
cut
tree.
No, it just says so long as it's. Sorry, God. It just says so long as it's standing. We don't need to burn the tree. Just chopping it down will do. Why does God always go silent when I talk to him? So
Yeah,
strange.
you're not talking to me. You're talking to them.
God. What the fuck? Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
Gus.
Yeah, no, see, it says here in the book that he would let his wife take his breath away, and if you're hearing breathing, then it's possible that it's coming from the roots of the tree, which are going underneath this house.
Gus, as you hear him offer, let's cut down the tree, you hear another creak. You weren't sure you heard it the first time, but now you are certain. And you're pretty sure it's coming from above.
Shit.
Is he married to the tree?
I did
The
start off
tree
by
is white.
describing this house as being similar to the
The
house.
monster house, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking the house.
No.
Yes! Yes, he is! And you know it!
So, like,
Yeah.
does a tree hang over the house?
A little bit.
And
In fact, you
said,
kind of remember some of those branches getting really long and kind of scraping against the roof. You didn't really see the back of the house, but
yeah. And which side does Miss Migguns live to? Is it the left or the right?
um to the right. So the tree is on the side of the house where the bedrooms are.
I see.
Also, Corin, you kind of notice that the suction that's happening underneath of the door into the second bedroom, where the door handle is not locked, it just won't move. You notice that that suction underneath the door is very similar to the breathing you thought you heard underneath the house.
Oh no, we're in a direct translation of the plot. I didn't want to be accusatory, but no, we are. No. Okay. Like the calmly states, I think it would be a wise decision to perchance get some outside authority, like perchance the constable, to deal with exhuming the body.
Oh, I didn't even realize you were talking. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
Like
just
calmly-
when you go into character, you whisper, and so I'm like, ah.
It's not intended to be a whisper. It's supposed to be a raspy, sort of quieter voice.
Okay. Sorry, I'll keep you off.
No. It's fine. I can work with that, and let's see if I can.
Rest PP.
amplified raspy, louder raspy.
There's a difference between raspy and whispering, but you can still kind of project, or at least get closer to the mic or something. Sorry. Like there is I know that you have to put like resistance on it, so I'm not asking you to force it.
Alright, how about this? How does this sound? Is this better?
That's good. I do have you at 200%, so if you do scream.
Alright. I can turn it down whenever I go out of character. But,
Continue.
perhaps we should leave exhuming the body to the constable, considering the locks and braces. We can talk later about it when we get closer to the station. And Corin is going to silently try and eyes wide, point his thumb back towards the door and mouth the word now. And then turn and try and calmly walk out the door.
I suppose I'll follow suit.
I have no suit, but I will still follow.
Pray to God, Panda.
Well, Corin's wearing a suit, so when Gus said he's gonna follow suit, he's talking about Corin.
I see. Makes much more sense. Thanks, God.
No problem.
I really appreciate God. He's been very helpful to me today.
I'm just sitting on a windowsill giving you a thumbs up.
Truly. God moment.
So does anything happen to us as we attempt to open the door and leave?
Oh, it doesn't work.
Maybe I should let the air in then if we let's go. I'm going to attempt to crack a window open.
The windows are shut and they're weathered in a position that you can't open them. Sorry,
Gus, you look like a strong one. Can you kick the door down? Like, is that an option here?
So, is the door still open from when Keston left it open, barring the screen door?
Keston, did you leave the back door open?
Yes.
Okay. It's still open.
I'd like to attempt to walk out the screen door.
Okay.
No. Keston grabs his shoulder. Watch out, there might be ghosts.
Honestly, at this point, nothing would surprise me.
Look, I don't know what it is, but it was touching the jingly jangles.
It's still jangling.
See, they're still touching it. It's weird. I don't know what they're gonna do if they touch you. What if they touch you inappropriately? Jingle. Like, it'd be much better if simply Gus picked me up and used my legs like a battering ram against the front door.
Hey, Corin.
Yeah,
Give me a spot hidden.
sure thing. I don't notice shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab food.
Okay. If you do attempt to open the screen door, it takes a little bit of jimmying, but you can do it.
Okay.
It does seem like it got slammed, so it's like a little bit off skew, but you can get it out there. It's not difficult. The backyard does consist of like a patio that is overgrown. There's like moss covering everything, and there's these kind of small tufts of grass that have kind of grown up over everything. There are piles of leaves, almost as tall as a small little shed that's leaning over at like 45 degrees. Then there's the big tree, and as you look up now, you can actually see that one of those big branches has actually like leaned into the house and has like broken into the attic area. But what are you looking at specifically?
Is this a like the backyard is completely fenced off sort of scenario?
So there is this old kind of fence that uh, probably in its prime day was, very tight together, but in this old disuse, it's kind of gray and shrunken and kind of still barely holding itself together. You think that if you really wanted to, you could like lean against it and it would fall over. But it doesn't even fully encapsulate the house. It just kind of goes around the backyard, and you can actually see that there's a few boards that look like they have been removed from a specific spot in the back of the fence, where it would open up like a hole that someone could like kind of duck through, in order to get back into like the forest area.
A Does it run into the house though?
No, it
Is there
doesn't.
like
Like you if you
okay,
really wanted to, you could just walk around the house now to get to the front.
I'm gonna walk around the left side, the one without the tree, and try and like wave the party to like be out of earshot of the
Okay.
house. Like
You
if
you
someone was
probably
standing on the
see
porch.
you see Mrs. Kavanaugh kind of like leaning out the window, and she kind of like smiles at you with, some sweats dripping down her brow. You think that she's probably, you know, in a lot of pain, but she's been in a lot of pain these past few months. She doesn't say anything to you, but just kind of gives you like a strained smile. Like maybe a little nod of the head or something, just recognizing you.
Does anyone in the party follow me?
I'm following.
Okay, once we're out of what I would assume a normal human could hear from like the front step of the house, I will say,
So you are walking along the side of the house.
yeah,
Okay.
and
There are a lot of
then like,
leaves piled up here.
okay,
You're gonna walk through the leaves.
is there leaves wall like fence to house on both
Yeah,
sides?
like a little bit. You think that this is probably where the leaves were collected and just kind of stored, and they are kind of piled up a little bit, but you could probably walk. They've disintegrated enough that it only covers the ground. Like you can easily walk over the top of them, and it wouldn't even like come up to your ankle or anything. But it does kind of make like a slimy kind of pathway you have to walk through.
Then yeah,
Okay. Okay. Could you give me some sort of evasion check?
God damn it, I try and this is what I get for leaving.
Yes.
Heaven forbid I don't walk suicidally into the basement of doom. Uh, Yeah, there's a really only dodge for that. Evasion, isn't there?
Yeah, dodge or what's your athletics or something? What's your dex? What's your dex?
70.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dodge is half of dex.
Yeah.
I'll make this just a dex roll. You're fine. It is a little slippery, but you can make it through.
Okay. I thought the unnamed item here was attempting to actively attack me, which is
No,
why I was concerned.
no.
Okay.
Gus, when you walk into the back room, do you want to give me a spot hidden roll?
Sure.
The backyard, sorry.
Uh, that is a fail.
Hmm. Ruby, what did you get?
Low. Success. Normal.
You notice at first you hear a difference, that there is a different kind of jingling that's happening, and you look over towards the wind chimes and you can see something like sparkling a little bit differently. And as you kind of focus your eyes, you can see that there's some keys jangling in the wind chime.
Well, that's not a
I'm
place
back.
to keep that. And I kind of just
Do you
get
tell
Gus's
anyone?
attention. Yeah, I get Gus's attention and I kind of point them out.
The
Guess
keys were
there's
in the wind chime,
keys in the
Keston.
wind chime.
Do you want me to go get the keys?
If we're leaving, we don't need them.
I mean,
Are we leaving?
we could just section off this house.
But that would be boring. God would be bored. We can't let God be bored.
No, let's go play Marvel Rivals.
See? You heard that right. You're a man of God.
What's in a Marvel Rivals?
God said, go play video games.
Thanks, God. I don't know what a video or a game is, but wow.
I'm sorry
Right
I
on.
made you play this stupid game for 2 hours. No, continue. I will say this has not gone the way that I thought it would, but that's fine.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of just out of it today. Had a long week.
Same. So maybe this isn't as great as I thought it was, but we'll see.
Oh.
Brandon is just trying to get out of earshot of the house to discuss things. He's not trying to leave.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we can get out of or try to get out of earshot, and then
All right,
discuss
you
if
all
we
slip and
even
slide
want
your
the
way through
keys.
the leaves and exit around the side of the house and get back to the front. When you guys get back to the front of the house, the door's open.
Ah,
Awfully inviting.
Delicious.
I'm aware of this kind of thing. Dark Souls.
What?
The door can't be opened from that side.
You're a strange individual, Chalk Man.
Agreed.
Yeah, anyway, once we're like, you know, out of earshot of the house, I'd like to bring up. So, considering the runes in that tree, the lack of activity in missing old man, and the phrasing of that, totally not a pact. I would
Technically,
like
it's a
to state
marriage.
that we should be very careful about what we say near that tree. So I would request that we do not discuss burning or cutting it down near it,
I
lest
see.
it feel threatened.
I make a suggestion.
What is your suggestion?
We should probably tell the woman not to be standing directly under the tree. Considering she's been talking about trying to prune it for a while.
It's all right. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah, Miss
Me
Migguns is just
too.
kind of standing off to the side looking at you guys.
Miss Migguns will be fine. She's only trying to maintain the tree. However, I will state that we should be wary of anything like a basement, because clearly there is a space beneath the home. And we should probably see about what's in that room and the attic that the tree broke into.
What now?
Well, if no one else has something to bring up,
I suppose I'll go ahead and get to working on a sign saying to not approach this house. Touch anything that's in it or near it.
Alternate option. Does anybody have any alcohol?
What?
I swear
we
to
have
all
alcohol?
that is. I swear to all that is holy, if you are trying to make a Molotov cocktail, I'ma lose it.
I wouldn't call it a cocktail, but yes.
Oh my god.
It can be thrown from a safe distance.
There's a term for that.
I don't
It's
think
called
that.
arson.
I was about to say, I don't think that burning anything would be a good idea.
Yes, with the way the
Are you
weather is, I
sure?
don't think flames are a good idea at the moment.
Okay, so later then. We said at the moment.
I have a feeling we'll be done with this house before the weather turns to better fortune.
It starts raining. No, I'm just kidding.
What takes my idea out of the area?
Continue.
So,
Shall we get the key and check the room now that we have established the danger of speaking our minds there?
Yes.
Okay. I guess we said head back over.
Yep.
Yep.
And Corin will make a point to go back the same way they came out rather than go in the very obvious open door.
Ah, you die. Okay. You guys make your way back to the backyard?
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wind chime is still jingling.
I approach the dread gazebo.
Mrs. Migguns is like, so are you guys going to do anything about
Fading away as we
Is that
walk.
real?
Yeah.
Okay. I needed to make sure.
You guys gonna be doing anything?
Ma'am, I'm pretty sure we're about to find a dead body.
Alright. You approach the dread gazebo.
The dread gazebo. Damn. Hate it when a good gazebo turns bad. It's a shame.
The dread gazebo creature thing.
Gonna see if I can find where the keys were hanging.
Yep, the keys are hanging on the wind chime.
What are they hanging by? Are they like...
It looks like they got tossed in, just kind of got jumbled up with the strings. Might take you a moment, but you could probably, get them unfumbled out of there.
Look out for it for a second, I guess.
And I'm gonna start attempting to untangle the keys.
Okay, you do so. Once you pull the keys out and step back, the wind chime stops moving. You can see that there is 3 keys on this ring. There is one that has a black tag, one that has a red tag, and one that has a blue tag.
Okay. I would like to consult the stabbed tome.
Is anyone gonna pull a knife out of that thing?
I was afraid to, because I was afraid it would, release evil spirits. But now I need to look at the rest of the pages, so
I
I'm
already
going to
did.
probably have to. Oh, you did?
No, just you start like walking towards it like I need to look at the rest of the book, and he just like pulls the knife out like, all right.
Goran's like, I need to see the book, and you're like, all right, and you hold on to the knife and hand the book to him, and he's like,
I grab the knife by its handle and I hold the book up to him like, here you go.
and Corin just looks at you and he's like, bro, you ruined everything.
Okay, amazing digital circus.
It's more of
Zach Hadel is amazing.
I'm the one who lies.
I'm the one who lies. Dude, you ruined everything. Alright, continue.
When I ruined everything. Yeah, I just hold up the book for him like, here you go.
I will take it and start leafing through the rest of the album, starting with what I would assume would be the beginning.
as you leaf through the book, uh, you see other pages of give me like a spot hidden. I hate to use spot hidden for everything,
But okay. Extreme.
extreme. Okay. I'm going to let you know that I'll give you a summary of their sort of life together. This scrapbook was started kind of in the throes of them still uh, being friends, getting to know each other, became best friends, and they got married, and they, you know, did a bunch of stuff. They had different jobs. They lived somewhere else, and then they came out here because they were able to buy a house, and then they got the tree, and then they got married, and then they tried to have kids, and then they couldn't, and then she suffered a fatal illness, and she passed away in this very house, that sort of thing.
Mm. So the plot of Up.
I was about to post a thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean it as like actually being. I don't mean it like that. I'm just. I'm just saying shit because that's part of the character.
Yeah, it's pretty much the plot of Up. Well, not the entire movie, but the first part.
Yeah.
Well,
Um.
I'm still down for it.
So,
Kill myself.
so nothing that's obviously like indicative of a specific color, like no
Oh,
imagery.
I'll let you know that red is his room and blue is her room.
Okay.
That's what I'll give you.
And there's a
Um,
black key.
yeah. What about it? Also, the scrapbook only like captures a few things here and there. It's not like a full diary detailing every course event. Just kind of the big things, you know, little things here and there. And you can see that the book kind of peers out near the end, and then the last few pages are just empty. Actually, you do notice that some of the pages uh, bef- in between the last blank pages and the pages where there was stuff about her, you know, getting sick and dying, um, and you can see that there might be like 3 pages torn out, like after
Okay.
she died, before it went to blank pages.
Well, that's not good.
Cool. Is there an obvious basement in this on this home?
No.
Is there an unobvious basement in the zone?
Father, you remember if he had a
Yes.
basement?
Good. Glad to get that clarified. Thanks, God.
You know, I'll just straight
Like
up
a
tell you guys. You
seal.
guys might have seen it at this point. On the side of the house with the tree, the right side, uh, you would be able to see that there's like those kind of storm cellar like flip open panels. Um, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Um. I'm going to look towards the party and say, "You want to start up or you want to start down?" I will say down is probably dangerous.
Probably down then.
Yeah, let's get it out of the way.
Alright, we got one vote down. What about everyone else?
I'm just here.
We've got one abstainment.
It'll be easier if we go. Let's work down up.
I'd start
If
from the
there's
bottom
anything
then, I
trying to-
guess. And Corin will sort of swallow hard and start walking towards the basement, assuming that there's going to be a lock on it.
Ouch!
Is there one?
Yeah, are you okay? I didn't really think you would try to sit on that.
No, this was the only spot.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just miss it.
Okay. So you guys are going down to the basement.
Yup.
As you make your way over there, you can see that there is a padlock on the door.
He called it.
I try the black key.
It unlocks.
It's
And
the
as
kinda
it
couple
clicks
that they
and
keep-
yeah,
Sorry, I was about to make a bad joke. Go on, move on.
make your joke.
No.
I'm commanding you.
He's not asking. God
Yeah,
is
that's-
telling you to make the joke. You don't want to disappoint God, do you?
It's a great use of the command spell.
As
though.
you stick the key in the lock and twist it, and it unlatches. As you twist it and pull it off, the bolts actually come off as it's rusted, and it falls away. And actually, as you attempt to pull on the handles, it pulls away from the wood, and as the doors slam back down, they also fall apart and fall downwards into the basement, clattering down the stairs and echoing until there's silence. So you're just left there standing, holding the metal handle and the lock in your hand.
So I'm assuming there's stairs, right?
Yep, there are stone stairs.
Okay, do they look like they're going to crumble and fall apart?
No, they look very sturdy. If anything, they might be a bit damp.
Neat.
There's a
Gus's
little bit
lantern is
of
the only lantern.
there's a little bit of moss, grime, but it doesn't look slippery. It's fine.
Gus is the only one in our group with a lantern, right?
You hear a
Yeah.
small voice in the distance says, "Come into my dungeon."
What?
No, you don't.
Well, you heard the voice. Walks in.
Keston just pushes us all in.
Come on in.
I suppose I'll light the lantern to try and illuminate the basement.
Alrighty. What is your lantern run off? It's a candle, right? Or is it an oil lamp?
I think it's a candle.
Okay,
Handle.
just curious.
Oh, great.
We'll say that it's like halfway down. You'll have to get a new candle in the next week or so. So who's going down first?
Keston
All right.
just goes down. No hesitation. There's no need to hesitate.
Okay.
And I'm no longer the only willing victim.
Um,
I will follow.
as you step down the steps, you were kind of surprised by the echo that happens down here, as even the click of your heels against the stone seems to reverberate around the space. Um, and as the lantern glow slowly starts to come into the space, you can see that the ground down here is incredibly moist. And you think that if you were to step off the steps, your feet might sink down quite a bit. It seems not quite marshy, but you think that the ground here is incredibly soft. So who's stepping out first?
I suppose since I have the lantern, I'm going first.
Okay. While you guys are maneuvering through the basement, your movement is reduced by 2. You're having to take purposeful steps and lift up your feet with every foothold that you take.
My move is 6.
Yes, you are fine, but it 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 slows you down moderately.
I see.
But you can see that there is a lot of trying to think of a good way to describe this that's not going to be. So there's no cobwebs down here. There's no sign of grime or anything. You do see some plumbing down here, the piping rather for semantics and whatnot. Just some very basic bare bones stuff. You also see the wooden supports. They still look fairly sturdy. You do also see some roots and foliage kind of growing down here. This is basically, you would equate it akin to almost a crawl space type of structure, but big enough for someone to stand down here. You're having to duck a little bit, but that's because you think the ground has risen up a fair bit. You don't see any tools or anything stored down here. It just seems to be kind of an empty space. But you're not really sure where the echoing is coming from. But you glance around. What I'm gonna use D&D lanterns where the light goes at 60 feet in a radius, and then another 30-foot dim. And you don't really see a whole lot down here. But yeah, it just seems to be kind of a large open space underneath the house.
This is where I heard the breathing coming from.
Can we see the walls?
Yep. I will even say that you can look up and kind of judge based off of the floorboards and the kind of woodwork. You can see where the walls of the house are. You can kind of see a spot of probably where the base of the stairs is and whatnot. And you can kind of get a generalization of the layout of the house as you walk underneath the floorboards.
I'd like to investigate the area around the stairs closer to the front. Where I heard the breathing.
Okay. Give me some sort of skill check. You make your way over towards where you feel you were standing when you heard the breathing.
First off, I'm going to make a listen check to make sure I don't still hear breathing, which is a hard success. Not a extreme, but a hard.
Okay. So you guys are making a lot of squelching sounds as you're walking through here. So as you get everyone to stop and you listen, you do hear something that sounds like maybe wind rushing through here. But it like comes and goes and comes and goes, almost like a creature in a cave, or like something that you can't quite describe, but there is that kind of thing. But it's
Can I tell where it's coming from?
You can't quite pinpoint it, but it does kind of generally it does generally sound like it's just moving through the cracks in the house. It does sound fairly similar to the sound you heard when you were standing on the first floor, but now that you're down here, it does sound like a little different, like a little tinnier maybe. So you're like, oh, maybe what I heard was just this, but it's just natural air, moving through the house as it breathes or something.
Yeah, only air moving through the house as it breathes. Anyway.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the breathing from the house is more just the guy, the guy, breathing, cause his wife took his breath away, and his wife
now
was a
I will
bitch.
attempt to spot hidden where I heard the
Okay.
breathing. Hard success.
Okay. You don't see any like track marks or any signs, and you're confident that if someone were to be walking through here, that they would definitely leave something behind. Even a child, or a small creature, like even a raccoon would like leave behind some sort of trail marks, even if it was light enough to sort of like skedaddle across the surface of this mud. They would leave some kind of trail. You don't see anything. Is anyone else looking around at anything?
Hate it when creatures just skedaddle all
Wait,
over the damn
what
place.
what level of success did you get?
Hard.
A hard success. You do see something above you. Since you are near the stairs, I will give you this. You do see something that kind of looks like there might be some floorboards directly underneath of the stairs that might be removable. And then the piano falls through the floor.
Oh.
There was a piano?
Yes.
What
it
was
in the
that?
corner.
Who's
That was,
this?
So that was Ryan's water
Was that
bottle
Ryan's
hitting
mic
his desk.
saying?
Sorry,
No, yeah,
I
whenever he
almost
sets
fell
his,
asleep.
Oh.
Apologies, my headset fell off and hit my desk.
yeah, whenever something hits Ryan's desk, it just goes. Wah.
I would like everyone to make a dodge roll as the piano falls.
Oh.
I gotta make it exciting somehow.
Oh,
give me a
balls.
I thought the piano was
Um,
in a different part of the house. Yeah, no.
It's chasing us.
No.
Let's see.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'll
no,
give you
me.
advantage, Corn, because you are near the stairs. Everyone else is near. Wait, actually.
Well, technically, I went in first.
Yeah.
So
I'd be at
Yeah, no,
most
the
risk.
piano's near the front right corner, and so you guys did come in like the right side of the house.
Oh,
So yeah, the piano
Is
would
that
be.
all
Alright.
Yeah, it would collapse a little bit.
I'll use an
Okay.
egg point to actually make this a success.
I,
I also
as I was
egg.
about to say, I'm also spending because I do not want to get hit by a fucking piano.
All right.
I am frail and tiny. I must use egg.
Okay. So everyone's succeeding.
By lifting
Yes.
up a singular egg, we can stop this piano from crushing
Okay.
us.
All right. Everyone takes 1 point of damage as loose timbers fall and maybe scratch you a little bit. Just some kind of like wood batters you a little bit. But now you can see up into the main part of the house. And there are pieces of wood that you can kind of walk across now. And a piano that has sunken into the mud. It looks destroyed. It does not look salvageable. Because those pianos, they be heavy, y'all. That's like a lot of wood and metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to take some pianos down into a basement, and it like took everything out of us. And like, yeah, can you get them out now? And we're like, no, no, you're gonna need to get like 8 guys. Anywho,
Yeah.
so yes, Corin, you see that there might be a hidden spot in where the stairs would be.
I'd like to start messing with the board to see if I can take it down.
Okay. I'll say that with the loose boards from the piano collapsing, it is easier to do so. You can see that there is a case inside there.
I'll pull it down.
It is quite large and heavy, and I think as you pull it down, it thuds into the mud, and you realize that it was much heavier than you were expecting. It looks like a large travel case.
Oh.
It seems nearly as heavy as a kilogram of steel.
Hey, Gus.
Shaped like the one Shepard had. Or Shepard.
It looks familiar. And there's an inscription on the side
Excuse me?
that says Lockhart.
Oh.
Bruh.
Yo, you knew Tifa from Final Fantasy?
Father, I don't think we should open this one quite yet.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Why?
The last time we opened up a container that belonged to one of my old squad mates, it let loose something that shouldn't have been let loose.
It's like a badger?
Let's go with a
Let's go with the badger.
very large badger.
I see. So a Wendigo.
I thought you were going to say, well, if you need to deal with a badger, we do have some mushrooms.
Mushroom,
Go, Sparrow.
Badger,
We
badger,
gotta be
badger,
careful with
badger, badger, mushroom, mushroom.
mushroom.
Oh, careful if you don't dodge in that lead,
no.
you'll get bitten by the snake.
How is that a
Hawkins
blast for
chiming
the
in.
past?
I still every now and then just think of that.
Mushroom, mushroom.
Badger, badger, badger,
badger.
The group of neurodivergent friends when someone says badger 3 times.
It only takes once for me.
I mean, yeah, literally, I did just say badger once, and then Sparrow was in it, and then...
Honestly.
Partner in the different distance just went mushroom. Cool.
The animal badger has forever been turned into a meme for me.
Russian badger.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna try and take this case upstairs and out of the basement.
All right. Fine.
You know, away from where more heavy objects could be about to fall on. Heavy objects in your area looking to fall on somebody. Click now.
What is a click?
You wouldn't get it.
I just asked what it was, so of course I wouldn't get it. Who do you take me for?
The individual.
Oh yeah, no, that's correct. For now.
A joker smoking a
dubious
cigarette.
little individual.
I see. So you will have differing assumptions about my existence. Good. Anyway.
Yeah,
But fine. No need to. No need to open it right now.
Gus, you can carry this case, no problem. It feels about
Okay.
the same weight as the first one, which was almost empty.
Hey. Great. Fuck. Ugh.
You right?
I don't know.
Do you want to go to sleep, or do you want to like do some jumping jacks or something?
I'll be fine.
Okay, good. Because we could call this if you really want to, or
Nah.
okay. What else are you guys doing?
I guess I'm trying to take the case back.
Okay. You guys can exit the. I almost said dungeon. You guys can exit the basement if you would like.
I do not
Are
know
there any
how
other
these
interesting-
cases are getting
Sorry.
scattered everywhere. However, they're there.
Any other
Down.
interesting tales from your past that you would like to, that might help us understand why this might be here? Or
Not
another creature
sure.
that we need to keep an eye out for?
All I know is that they're all dead and this case shouldn't be here.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's two of them.
I like that reference. Take an egg point. Who's exiting the basement last?
Keston?
All right, Keston, make a spot hidden roll.
Spot hidden? Alright. Let me look at what the base level of that is.
25.
25. Alright. Okay. 8.
Been a good day, damn.
Yeah. Realistically,
You
yeah.
rolled an 8?
I rolled an 8, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So that is, yeah, it's a half, so it's pretty good.
you catch just the faintest glimmer of something, and you glance back, and then you don't see anything. And then you start to take up another step, and that's when you notice it again. And you think you see something faint in the darkness, just barely perceptible, like glimmering. And you realize that there's two things, a pair.
There's hair?
No, you just realize that you think there might be two eyes watching you from the darkness, from the depths.
Keston waves at the eyes and continues walking.
Okay.
I'll inform everyone once we're like out of earshot, but I'm. No, that would just be a bad idea to tell it. I know. I mean, outside of just waving at it.
Mrs. Migguns is standing in front of the house. She has come out of her yard over. It's like, well, are you going to chop it down? Is that why you're going down there to look at the roots or something? Or what is it?
As
I think it's best
said,
if we go ahead.
we're looking for the man, and pretty sure we're going to find his body. So, ma'am, if you could please wait while we deal with the consequences.
Well, hurry up.
You're under
And she
arrest.
turns and walks off.
Don't worry, I know how to handle this. Ma'am, you're under arrest.
She looks up and sees a squiggly line and says, "Oh, thank you."
No problem.
What?
What?
There, in music, there is a thing called a rest, and sometimes you
Oh
put.
my god. I didn't put it together.
You know,
What?
the fun thing is, I didn't even understand what the fuck you meant. I just went along with it.
Oh, you don't know that music? Fine. He's like, "Sir, you are
I
under
do
a
not know music
rest."
stuff.
I sadly do not know music. I'm an autist, not an artist. As you know.
You know.
There you go. You're under a rest. All right. Anywho, what are you guys doing now? As soon as Mrs. Miggins leaves, the door swings open.
I think the house doesn't like her. Anyways,
Who does?
The house nods. I'm just kidding.
It's a valid take, house. It's a valid take.
House nods like
House
the fucking
MD
gif
shows
of the
up.
pot of greed.
No, not House MD.
I'm watching House. Whose house is it? We don't know. They haven't told us.
Have you seen Corey in the house?
Yeah, it's
No,
the best
but-
anime ever.
Yeah, it is the best anime, but I
It's
gotta
when Mrs.
ask.
Frizz takes Corey and goes inside of House MD's bot. Anyways.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
There's gonna be a
freaky.
lot of drugs in there.
That's
feel
upsetting.
bad
Why
for
why is
Corey.
Pot of Greed nodding at me?
You're welcome.
Okay.
What can I say except you're welcome?
What can I say except draw 3 cards?
All right, do we need to call it here? Are people getting too loopy? Is it too late?
I'm always too loopy.
I'm good with either decision.
Pot of Greed!
I'm
Draw
fine
3
with
additional cards from my deck.
Okay. Who votes that we end it here for tonight?
Yeah, I feel like this is a good place to end. I would
Sure.
I would like to say that the second we actually like clear the house, like out of earshot of the house, Keston gives the info to everybody about the eyes watching him from inside the basement.
Okay.
Corin wouldn't be leaving yet. He would be trying to. He has 2 shiny keys with labels that he's pretty sure where he knows, and ooh, shiny.
Yeah.
And
He
Keston
doesn't know about the
drags it.
eyes.
Fair.
Quite
The eyes
literal.
have it.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
It's something called the back rooms. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Yeah, the eyes have it.
All right.
What do the eyes have?
Okay.
What did they
Redness.
get? Oh no. This isn't good. Eyes having retinas. Soon enough, the world will be in chaos.
All right. I do need to run to the bathroom. You guys figure out what you want to do, and if that's in the session, that's fine. Or come up with a plan of investigating the house. I'll be back.
Okay.
Sorry for not being helpful. I've just been out of it today.
You're good. Can't be 100% all the time.
Only 12 of the time.
Regardless, though, I'm assuming y'all want to end then?
Yeah, I'm
Me?
saying that's fine.
I'm fine with either option. I'm gonna have to rewatch this session before next week anyway. I don't know why that
Okay.
was what I followed that up with. Whatever. I'm loopy.
Monkey D. Loopy.
I will
No, I
bring
don't have
up
the Will
that
D.
we're probably on, like, what's next Friday? Yeah, next Friday is the day after Christmas.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'll be good because my family does all the Christmas stuff on Christmas Eve. So it
Yeah,
depends
same.
on everybody else.
I know I have a party the 23rd, and we're having guests over for actual Christmas. I don't know of anything for the 26th. That does not mean I just haven't been told about it and won't be like told. Hey Donnie, by the way, we're doing this. What? That happens a lot.
Feeling. I'm usually the last person to figure out things that my family's doing because they just forget that they haven't told me.
I made the mistake of putting my tarot deck on the desk with me because I was using it for uh, research purposes for that campaign bullshit that I was talking to you guys about. And I've noticed anytime I'm not doing anything, I just start shuffling it, fidgeting.
I tend to do that too if I have a deck of cards around.
You are a deck of cards. Yep.
You're welcome.
No problem.
He is a deck of many things.
Oh god. Oh god. It draws a card. Actually,
The
this is
Wheel
fine.
of Fortune inverted.
Spontaneous combustion.
Fire Force.
Wait, is my Wheel of Fortune currently inverted? It would be funny if it is.
I don't know what that even means.
It's a tarot card, a major arcana.
Well, no, I don't know what the. I know it's a major arcana. I just don't know what it means if it's inverted.
If I remember correctly, great misfortune.
Ah.
Alrighty, I'm back.
I bet.
The eyes had it.
Yep.
Everyone is tired.
All right. We'll go ahead and call it here then.